artist, the entertainer, the singer. You want to step into my world? Follow me. I really care for you. Whoa, 'cause you are mine. So real, so real, so real, yeah. And you so. Now listen.
What's up, y'all? This your guy Q, and welcome to another segment of All Access Pass, where you get the 411 and the exclusive look into the life of those who are doing it big in the community and those who are doing it big in entertainment. We are joined with the #1 R&B hit artist right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's what I call him myself, because you see all these trophies up right here up on his fireplace mantle right here. We're joined by Raleigh's own Mr.Chenier, aka the ambassador of R&B. What's up, brother? Welcome to the show.
Bro? Thanks for having me.
We want to thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home and everything.
That's
so before we go into anything else, y'all, I want you to look at these trophies right here. Now I know I'm gonna get it wrong, so I'm gonna ask him myself. How many times have you actually been nominated, and how many awards have you won doing this?
Well, I won many, but the ones that really stand out is I'm a 2-time Bull City Music Awards winner. That's in Durham for Male R&B Artist of the Year. Also won Video of the Year for the song The Night at the Bull City Music Awards, and 7-time nominee for Male R&B Artist of the Year for the Carolina Music Awards. So I'm still waiting on that award right there. So I need to vote for me. Matter of fact. Let's do this right here.
Go ahead and make some room for it.
Make some room right now.
Y'all need to get ready for that.
We're gonna make some room. There we go, right here. That's
okay, we gotta.
Yeah.
We gotta clean that off.
All right.
There's that spot. Y'all heard it, right?
Carolina Music Award right there. That's what I'm waiting on right there.
My man.
Or Grammy.
Or Grammy.
Or BT Award. Or Soul Train Award.
And you can't take all the awards from everybody now.
Michael Jackson did it. Why I can't do it?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just playing.
That's right. But you got all these awards, man, and it shows that you're very dedicated to your craft.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, a little bit, tell us about who is Chenier? Who is Mr. Chenier?
Mr. Chenier is the singer, songwriter, actor, entertainer, producer,
an actor?
Host. Yeah,
actor as well?
Man, I've been in about a couple of movies, man.
Tell us a little bit something about that.
Yeah, I got shot up a couple of times. I got eaten by a vampire. I got my butt kicked by a martial art. Yeah. I've been in a lot of movies. I also been in a movie that was about domestic violence. Shout out to Michael Bowie for the man behind the camera on those. But yeah, my face is out there.
Well, you're an all-around entertainer, brother.
Yeah.
So when you doing all this stuff, you know, because if y'all don't understand, it's been a while since we tried to get this interview. I think it's been like over a year or so now?
About a year.
And this man's schedule is like, every time I turn around, he's performing. It's like, I be calling him and texting him and when we gonna do the interview? Oh man, I got a show. And this man is very dedicated to his craft.
Yes,
so when you got such a busy schedule and you doing so much, and I didn't know you was doing movies and stuff like that. I think I actually seen something like that, but didn't know it was a movie. I just thought it was a regular video shoot you was doing. So some of the questions I have, you know, where do you get your inspiration to write outside of the movies and everything? And I listen to your music, and man, you have some really good work. You have some powerful words.
Thank you.
So that's one question I wanted to ask. Where do you get your inspiration to write?
Well, it's a collection of things. I can get my inspiration from personal situations, personal situations of other people, you know, or I could just be seeing a big booty somewhere out and about, and I think of a song. So it comes from all different aspects of life. So it just depends on what I'm feeling. I could be watching something on television, and all of a sudden I make it the inspiration to write, or I can hear a song and I like the track that I'm listening to. I just write. So
now you got, you write some of the greatest songs, man. You write some very passionate music, man. I gotta be honest. I mean, for a local artist like yourself, a lot of people will sleep on you and stuff like that. But listening to you write and compose and put your music together, one of my questions I have got to ask, who are some of your musical influences when you do music, man? Because I'm like, for a local artist, man, you really have some great lyrics. So who is some of your greatest influences in music?
Well, some of the greatest songwriters of all time that I pattern my craft after would definitely be like Babyface. He wrote some hellified love songs. Babyface, Brian McKnight, Smokey Robinson, definitely R. Kelly.
Some of the greatest.
Yeah, oh yeah. I gotta give shouts out to R. Kelly. You know, when I listen to some of his songs, he can talk about feeling your booty, to making you fly, to stepping.
He's all over the place.
And being happy. You know what I'm saying? So I like him because he writes in all facets. You know, he don't just cater to one style. He writes it all. So I really patterned my musical writing ability after him, but I can't take away from the Babyfaces, the Smokey Robinsons, the Brian McKnights, because my first song that I originally written professionally was One Fantasy. You know, and
that's one of my favorite songs, man.
That sort of started it all off. You know, so and actually the story behind that, I was watching the movie Players Club. This is when Lisa Ray was big. Shout out to Lisa Ray. I've been trying to get her in my video for the longest time, but she won't respond to my emails, man.
If you do, you need to holler at me.
Yeah, she'll respond to my email. I don't know. Well, anyway, so
respond to your email.
Yeah, I went online to her webpage and she had an email address, and I said, "How much did you charge?"
Regret it. She gonna regret it.
That's okay. Well, she found out this song was about her, because when I was watching Players Club and I was watching it, and all of a sudden I was listening to Babyface and I was listening to a track he had, and I loved the music. I forgot about the words, but I loved the music. So I just started writing. You know, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that, and I was watching Lisa Ray on Players Club about how much I love. So that's how One Fantasy came about.
How you did that?
That's how I did it. And everybody be like, these girls be like, "What a song for me?" I be like, but really, it wasn't for y'all. I do apologize, ladies.
For any of y'all out there.
It wasn't for y'all. It was for Lisa Ray. The
yeah,
truth is out.
yeah.
The truth is out.
If you
know
know
for
her,
Lisa Ray.
Let Lisa Ray know that song was for her. I think you don't piss some women off now.
I understand, but hey, this is all access. No holds barred today. No holds barred. No
Lisa
holds
Ray,
barred.
I don't blame you for that, brother.
You know?
Okay. Phew, Lisa Ray, boy, you done got me.
You know, she was the Players Club. Come on now, I'm like, but it's funny how I'm watching that type of movie, singing this type of song.
Yeah.
You feel me?
What dude would not want, that to be their fantasy?
This is when she first came out, everybody was like, wow. Okay, speak on it.
Okay, because you got a lot of music, man. You got up-tempo, you got slow, you got mid-tempo, and you're actually great on both fields, but, everybody has their particular genre that they like to write. What is your favorite? You like doing more up-tempo, more slow, ballads? Which is your favorite to write?
Well, in this day and age, it will have to be up-tempo because we got so much stuff going on in the world. Right now, I was reading something today about the people over there, and I won't say people. What's the North Korea?
North Korea,
yeah. The nukes and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to hear about that. I want to feel good. I want to be able to wake up and come outside and just start dancing. And with everything going on, you want to have that type of attitude. So I figure, we see the drama, we hear the drama. Sometimes we experience the drama. But what about the good part of life? Back when you can just get your dance on and enjoy yourself. So I feel that at this time, it's good to put out some good dance music. Dance away your stress. Happy people, spread love, just dance.
Cause that song you got, what's it? All Night Tonight?
The Night.
Man, y'all are jamming in that with the red and the white on, and the crowd and stuff. And that brings me to my next question. You got a lot of people in your videos, bro. Okay, you kind of got that MC Hammer feel where you got all these people, and you're gonna have to pay all these people, or these are just your following. But I'm just curious because I noticed in some of your videos, especially in your social media, you have this label called The Team Grown and Sexy. And I noticed in your video, that's all I see. A lot of grown and sexy folk getting down. So, tell us a little bit about what is this Team Grown and Sexy? What is that about? How did you come up with that particular, title?
Okay, well, back in 2008, me and my man Big J, we met on MySpace. Shout out to MySpace.
Wow.
Yeah, go that far back. I think I still have my account. But anyway,
I know you ain't got no MySpace account still.
I still got it.
All right, big up to MySpace because they helped me out a lot.
MySpace started off a lot of people.
Yeah, so we got to get them love.
Yes. And he liked One Fantasy, and we just bonded from there, and we just been, he put me out there in the music world in North Carolina. I'm originally from New York. And we noticed that everybody was gravitating to what was relevant at the time, which is pretty much like the Chris Browns, everybody, but they were young. and I'm like, well, what about the Keith Sweats? You know, the more mature crowd.
Like the Gerald Levert.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was saying to myself, well, you know, we were up there in age, you know, so it was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and create a group that represents and supports the adult. You know, the ones that comes out with the suits on, the linen suits, the ladies with the pedicure toes, you know, with the heels on, rocking the jeans, you know what I'm saying, looking the sundresses, you know, stuff that more of an adult atmosphere, adult feel, you know. So that's what Team Grown and Sexy. I figure we're not old folks, we're grown and we're sexy because we come out representing the grown and sexy.
We're grown and we're sexy.
Hashtag grown and sexy. There you go.
I like that, man.
Right.
That's, you know, that's kind of a genius thing to do because I haven't seen that nowhere. Okay,
Right.
and I ain't telling my age, but I've been around. So, but I haven't seen that like that. And so that just, you know, look at music today. Nobody has that, to me personally, especially the young generation has a lot of that grown feel music to anymore. And being that you know, you make reference to a lot of the old school artists, Gerald Levert, Luther Vandross, you know, Teddy Pendergrass and all of them. What's your feel about today's music? You know, are you inspired by any artists today? What is your actual feel about today's hip hop or R&B music?
Well, to stay relevant, then you definitely want to, I guess you can say, follow the trend. But see, I was never one to do that. But to answer your question, what's really missing is love. You know, I mean, I'm a true supporter of the 90s music, 90s feel, 90s R&B, because you know, you have the Boyz II Men, the Keith Sweat, Gerald Levert, R. Kelly, the list goes on and on. But that's what I feel is missing. Now, you take Usher, for example. You know, he was one of the last one of the young acts to come from that era where you had the LaFace records, you know, back then. Yeah. But of course, for him to stay relevant, of course, you have to migrate to, I guess you call it trap soul or trap sounds and stuff like that, because that's what our generation is known for. But if you listen to some of these songs now with some of these hip hop artists now, they're sampling music from the 90s.
Right.
You know, I heard some of that on the radio. I was like, they said, oh, listen to songs like that Nothing But Brownstone's song back in the 90s, or that's Janet Jackson's song back this sample. You know, so it's like nowadays I feel that some of the music that's coming out right now, there's really no creativity. I mean, it's creative because they know what to do, but they have to go back in the day to move forward. What's that saying? Sometimes you gotta fall back to move forward. So that's what I think that they're doing, you know, but the essence of love is missing in R&B. There's nothing wrong with singing about sex, you know, about what you got, blah, blah, blah. But here's the question. What do you want to be playing when you make love to your lady?
Come on now, let's be real. Y'all know it's about love. It's love.
That's the question of the day. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what I feel is missing. But once again, you know, the kids nowadays or this generation, they're used to what's being played. So of course they have no choice. But I challenge every young person, do your history. Go back to that 90s R&B and then compare the two.
Yeah, and I agree with you because a lot of the music now is missing substance to me. That's me personally, because now all of the music that you hear almost sound alike. Same beat, same tempo, same melody, everything. And a lot of these artists now seem to can't do it by themselves based on the fact of what their music sound like. Okay, you got a lot of one-hit wonders. And listening to your category of music, your catalog that you have out there right now, you know, you seem like you can do it by yourself. But I know everybody has that particular inspiration and somebody they want to work with. So, you know, past the present, you know, what particular artists would like to work with on future projects?
Well, you said past the present, future projects. I would have to say Beyonce. I love Beyonce. I'm a huge Beyonce fan. Nothing personal, Jay-Z, but just let me know how much that will be, and I'll check it in the mail.
Okay.
Just don't catch it for a while, okay? Jay-Z always wanted to work with R. Kelly. Even go as far as back as working with Lionel Richie. You know, I mean, it's really no specific person. I can rock out with Katy Perry, Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
you know,
I like that.
You know, as long as you
diversity.
as long as you bring in that diversity and that good music, I rock out with you. Even hip hop artists, I do a song with Kanye West. I do a song with I don't know too many of these new hip hop artists, but hey, I rock out with anybody, you know, because it's music. You know, that's what you want to give that to the world. You want to give them that feel good stuff, you know. So you take my smoothness and you bring whatever you got, we put together, we're gonna make a classic.
Now, I know that you work with a lot of different people and stuff like that, and there's a lot of artists you want to work with. Now, you know, like Beyonce, like you said, and Katy Perry and all these artists. Now, as an artist yourself, I know you may have had some embarrassing moments on stage. Not quite sure, just like they have. You know what I'm saying? So, and don't sit here and say you haven't. I know you got one or two you could tell me about. So, you know, as an artist, tell me some of your embarrassing moments that you might have had on stage.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, yeah, there were quite a few. But the first one, this goes back many moons ago. I was just starting out here in North Carolina and worked with my producer, who I've been with for over 14 years now. Shout out to Lee Tate. He was working with this hip hop artist named Soldier, and they were just wrapping up his video, and they were having an after party. And he thought, what a good idea to go ahead and have me perform. You know, I was up and coming, so I said okay. So I'm like, okay. At the time, all I had was One Fantasy. That was my signature song, a ballad. Okay, so I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna sing a ballad at an after party for a video shoot for a hip hop artist. Cool. So I'm already anticipating there's a whole bunch of women gonna be there, because that's how many, it was a whole bunch of women in the video. No, I would say it was about 98% men there and 2% women. So I walked up in there and the dude was sitting there congregating, getting ready for the show. And I'm saying to myself,
2% women.
Where the women at? And I looked in the back, I was like, they're sitting in the corner, huddled up, talking amongst themselves. So I guess the fellas told them to stay out of this and we got this. So I'm like, how am I gonna do this show? Singing love songs to some dudes. So they called my name on stage, and this is before the ambassador, all that. It was just straight Chenier. So I walked on stage, and of course they said, Chenier, like, who? Whole bunch of who's. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. So I'm like, okay, well, the music started. Hair was shaking, sweating.
I will be out with them men.
You know, exactly, they sitting still like this. Like, let me hear something, let me hear something. I'm like, I wake.
You sure you didn't have one man out there? Hey man, sing that song, man. Sing it.
It probably was, but I was too busy trying to figure out, okay, this song is 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Did you have shades on?
No, that's another thing. I had no shades, so everybody was looking smack dead in the eyes. And I was just as nervous as a whore in church. I tell you, I was as nervous.
Oh my God.
So I got through the song, and at the end of the show, my Lee's wife just gave me a hug. It was like one of them hugs like, it's gonna be okay, baby. I just wanted to go home.
Did the women come down?
They still but doing like this. They stay right there. Now I was told after the fact that I should have brought the women to the stage. But like I said, I was just really starting out. But now, different ball game. Before I would get anybody on stage, I'd be like, excuse me, can I come to the front?
Hey man, she singing to you?
I'd be like, y'all need to part like the Red Sea and bring the ladies to the front. That's what I should have did, but I didn't know back then. I was, like I said, I was starting off. Now, another one was, I was performing at an event. Sometimes I feel when I'm on showcases, and I say showcases because you got like several people performing, sometimes I might be the scapegoat on certain things as far as issues with equipment, with music, or microphone. And I say this, for example, I had a show, and I was the first artist to perform at an event. It was like a fashion, a vintage fashion show, and I was singing an old Sam Cooke song, and it was called "Dancing the Night Away." "Dancing the Night Away," "Twisting Night" was one of them songs, and I had my dancers, you know, I had my suit on, and I had my glasses like I was like David Ruffin and everything.
Yeah.
And I was singing, but I noticed the microphone didn't have a back on it. So when they gave me the microphone, first thing I do was expect. I'm like, okay, well, there's no back. And I looked at the DJ, I said, there's no back. He was like, oh man, I must have lost it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm singing with the battery exposed. No biggie. So I was doing my thing, you know, and all of a sudden I'm singing, and then I kept singing and I couldn't hear myself out the microphone. I was wondering why, but then I realized that there was something silver on the floor. And I'm dancing. There was a part where I went down and I did this and realized the battery popped out the microphone. So you might say, what did I do? I kept on singing. I'm down there, back. And when I put it back in, and I started singing, then I heard myself. So after my performance, you know, now mind you now, where I was at before I get to that part, the way the stage was set, everybody was around me. So it wasn't like they were back there. No, I'm like where we sitting, that's where the first person was sitting at. So when I kneeled down in front of that female when I was singing, I could have looked up under her dress. That's how close I was. Wow. But I reached out and picked up a battery and put it back in the microphone. So I told everybody, I said, there's no back on the microphone, so you might want to check that. So apparently the DJ put a rubber band around it to keep it in for the next performance. So
Come on, sound people. We gotta do better than that.
You see what I'm saying? So I said sometimes I feel I might be the scapegoat on certain things, but now what I do is because I laugh and joke about it, but because now I say these people who pay their money to see us perform, they need a good show. So we can't have these mess ups. We can't have these issues. So what I do now is something going on, I'll stop my show. I'll say, hold up. We're not gonna have this here. They paid their money for this. Now, if I make a mistake, if I crack or I may forget words, because I've done that in the past, you know, I'll learn a song the day before, a day of a show, and I've been and forgot it. It's my fault.
Right.
But when you have equipment that's faulty, we have to, as artists, have to work through that, but at the same time, still give them a show.
Right.
So I will stop a show. I call it the Patti LaBelle syndrome. I'll Patti LaBelle them and stop the show and be like, hold up, we need to get stuff right because y'all not gonna make me look bad. Right. They make me look bad. I look bad in front of them. They paid their hard-earned money. So that's what I do now. But yeah, I have some doozies now. I tell you.
So with all these embarrassing moments, okay, winning the awards, you know, performing as much as you do, and it takes a lot to work through those embarrassing moments because some people walk off stage and just call it quits, but you don't. And so you get motivated. I know that motivates you and stuff like that. During your process of doing all the stuff that you do and everything like that, and do you find the time to have projects to work on? Do you still have this, you know, ability to take some time to work on different projects? Because, you know, I would like to know, as well as everybody, you know, what projects are you working on right now?
Well, right now I am finishing up my the Grown Man-ish EP. Actually, it's going to be a CD. I decided to add some more songs to it, so that will be coming out this year. I know you've been asking me about it. Everybody's been asking me about this Grown Man-ish CD, so it's coming out. It's coming out this year. I've actually, since I've been doing movies and stuff, no one knew about it, but now I'm gonna tell you now, I'm going to be doing a 30-minute movie called Grown Man-ish. So it's going to be like how Prince did Purple Rain, where it was about him, and he also included his music, just his music in the movie. So it's going to be a 30-minute short film, if you want to call it that. Lois Willer will be out December 2018. I come across a whole bunch of actors and actresses in North Carolina that would be more than willing to rock out with me. You know, so that's going to come out next year. But this year, the Grown Man-ish CD is going to be out. A couple of more videos. You know, any opportunities I have to be in front of a camera. You know, a lot of times when it comes to movies, Michael Bowie, hellified director, hellified screenwriter, all that good stuff. He'll hit me up. I got a part for you in the movie. Word. And I'm like, okay, what is it? What am I going to be doing? Well, you're going to be this person, you're going to be this person. Okay, well, what happens to me in the movie? I got to ask that question. Oh, you're going to get killed. Okay, cool. You know, send me the script. So, but anything that's available to me this year, I'm going to be doing. But definitely, I will be finishing up this album.
All the stuff you got going on. Okay, you got the movies, you got the album, you got the shows, you got, you know, the clothing thing you're trying to do. Okay. Oh, matter of fact, we got to get that. Hey. Oh, when do I get mine? When do I get my Mr.Chenier shirt?
I need to know size. I need to know colors. Comes in all colors: black, yellow, green, purple, red, sorority colors, fraternity colors, Masonic colors, all types of colors. You just let me know.
I hope all of y'all in the studio see this shirt right here. I hope y'all all see this shirt right here.
You're cute right there. See that? I get purple and gold for you. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want, I got you.
My man, I like that. So for all these artists coming up, okay, hip hop, R&B, gospel, bluegrass, whatever they do, and you have demonstrated to us, you got a bad microphone, battery fall out, you keep going. You got a crowd full of men and 2 women in the back, no matter what, you keep going. And that's inspiration. So what advice would you have for up and coming, inspiring, to inspire other artists that's coming up? What advice would you give them? Because look, let's be honest, a lot of these artists now probably ain't gonna last a year, okay? And I know some that are nervous and they'll walk off stage once they have a bad set. What advice would you give a lot of these up and coming artists right now about performing and singing and putting music together?
Well, first and foremost, you gotta ask yourself why you're doing it. If you're doing it just to have fun, then treat it as such. If you're doing it because you wanna have a career at it and this is your passion, then you're gonna have to take the bruises. You're gonna have to take the bumps in the road. Not everybody's gonna like you, but not everybody's gonna hate you. Right. You know, it can be that one person that saw a show. You may say you have a bad show. To you, because you know what you can do, you're passionate. You can say you have a bad show, but that one person in the crowd or those people may say your show was great.
Right.
You know your limits. You know what you can do on stage. And I admire anybody who feels they have a bad show and takes it personal, because they always want to put their best foot forward. So if you really want to be in this game and you have the passion, take the bumps, take the bruises, because no one started at the top. You know, you may have came into that family, you may have came into life because of the family, but no one started at the top. You have to put in that work, which means you're gonna have your bad shows, you're gonna have your great shows, you're gonna have your mediocre shows. But what's the saying? Just do it. Keep on keeping on. You know, for the gospel people, keep on keeping on. Keep doing what you're doing, because you can only get better. You get better. Like I said, I performed in front of men. I performed in front of women. I performed with broken equipment. I performed where even my voice cracked, you know. I mean, you're gonna have these situations, but I've been doing this for 14 years, okay? 14 years, and I could have stopped way back when after that first bad performance. But like you say, you look at what's on the mantle, you Google me, you see I put in that work. If anybody say they're the best, that's a personal achievement, because even Luther made mistakes. Right. Even Luther got booed. Even Michael Jackson got booed. Even Michael Jordan got cut from the basketball team. You see what I'm saying? But if you are truly in this game for the long haul, eat, sleep, drink it. Right. Also, learn the business. Everybody want to get on stage. Everybody want to be in front of a camera. Everybody want to win awards. But then you hear about they went bankrupt. You hear about where's the money. You hear about I'm signed to this label, not supposed to be with that label. Hashtag TLC, hashtag New Edition, hashtag Tony Braxton. You see what I'm saying? Right. So learn the business side. Learn about royalties. Learn about copyrights. Learn about sound stands. Learn about media base. These are things that artists should be learning, up and coming as well, because it protects you as an artist and it protects your music. Nothing personal. Some people may say, why I gotta do paperwork? Paperwork is very important. That's right. Because it protects you and it protects your other party. You know, so once again, up and coming artists, don't take it personal, because it's a business. And at the end of the day, it's a business. Also, if you don't have a tough skin, leave it alone. Right. Because in this business, you got to take the bruises. Someone's gonna tell you sound like crap just because they're hating on you. Some people will say you sound like crap because you do. But then some people say that song is hot. Bam. I want to go ahead and give you a distribution deal. Somebody would say, who wrote that song? The favorite question of the day, who wrote that song? Then also, who produced that song? Then what else do you have? So once again, they're not gonna hate you all the time. They're not gonna like you all the time. But if you true to yourself as an artist, you take those bruises and you keep on keeping on. And I guarantee you, you have the success. You Google, you say, who are you? Google my name.
I did that, man. You all over the
Google
place.
my name.
All over the place. And one thing that I want to say before we wrap our interview up, And this is something I want everybody to understand right here. This guy is completely humble. And the reason I say this is because, you know, I always say action speaks louder than words. Proof is in the pudding. This guy puts on other artists. He does, now this wasn't in my questions because I forgot to put this in my questions. He does a thing called Night of Soul. How many volumes you have?
17.
17 volumes, and this is all about putting other people on, okay? I've been to some of his performances, I've seen some of your shows, and he's given other artists a chance to shine. That is what I admire about you as an artist. It's because you allow other people to shine. You don't make it seem like it's about yourself. Other people are hungry. And we got a lot of people that are gonna hate. There's other people who don't want them to sing because they may outshine you or take over your show. And I want to take that second to appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
For those Night of Soul volumes that you've done, man, because the ones I've been to, everybody gets a chance. Comedians, singers, rappers, even gospel. And I was shocked to hear the one female, I can't remember her name, but
Courtney.
Yeah, she did gospel, and I was like, wow, he giving everybody a chance. So for all you aspiring artists out there, this is an example of how you need to be in the music business. You need to give people an opportunity, share your talent and your craft, the same way he has done with so many people. And I gotta say, he has shared it with me, as well as giving me a chance to bring my show here to his home to do this interview. My man, Mr.Chenier, AKA the ambassador of R&B, I appreciate you allowing us to come in to glance at your awards. Oh, tell them one more time.
Carolina Music Award, Male R&B Artist of the Year. Waiting on you. Waiting on you.
And it's coming.
It's coming.
Hey, let's take it like this right here. All of you, use every artist as an example of success. You can do this. If this man can do it for 14 years, you can do it and be just as successful, all right? For all of y'all who wants to be on All Access Pass, all you gotta do is hit us up via Instagram, via Facebook, all of our social media accounts. Hey, hit us up and we'll get you right here on the show. Be like my man, Mr.Chenier, Hennessy, Tilt, and everybody else who's gonna be right here on the show. My brother, thanks again for being on the show. We look forward to seeing you do some big things in the future. Anything you wanna get a shout out to before we go?
And no matter what, remember to keep it grown
and sexy. This your man Q. This has been All Access Pass. We'll get with you next time. Peace.
I love that.
I love that.